Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the garden. Thanks for stopping by. As you can see in the video there, today's video is planting these 5 dressed up evening gown coral bells or heuchera. I decided I put the camera at a different, I usually have it back here behind me. You guys are always looking at my backside. I thought you might want a different angle at some point. Like I said, when I was doing the peachberry ice ones, something's eating on them, and you can see, and I take full blame because I set them up there. Thought they'd be good for a couple of days. They were. Third day they were not. You can see 4 of these have been chewed on pretty good already. In fact, sitting right underneath the camera is one of my Niagara Falls switchgrasses. Something, and it doesn't look like deer because I don't see any tracks. So it's got to be something light, like a rabbit or something. Came and ate the fronds off of the Niagara Falls switchgrass last night. There's there seems to be a lot more that I usually, with all the stuff I spray and everything, I keep a pretty good, and I'm still keeping it a pretty good bay, or I wouldn't have anything. But usually I have very little activity of animals eating. And this fall, making me wonder if they're anticipating a fairly bad winter. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Anyway. All right. Dressed up evening gown. It says sun to shade 12 to 14 inches tall. 20 to 24 inch spread. Hardying zones 4 to 9. Huge glossy black leaves are incredibly ruffled, and they are huge leaves. You can see as big as my hand, and they're ruffled and form a substantial habit. Large flower scapes hold pink buds that open to white flowers. Thrives in part shade but will grow in sun or shade. Plant in humus-rich, well-drained soil. Trim back tattered foliage in early spring. Salt tolerant like all the other heucheras. And like all other heucheras, pair with ligularia, veronica, hostas ferns, hardy geranium, violets, foam flower. So you can see I've got the holes dug. We're going to get them here. You also see I had to get a new hori knife. I misplaced my other one. I don't know what I did with it. I don't think I'm going to like this one as well. For one, it doesn't have the measurements up the side of the handle like the other one did. It has measurements here, but not up the side of the handle. And plus, it doesn't have the little root plucker. And these blades are a lot sharper. Anyway, had to get a new one. But that's where we are. And we'll get these in the ground. You see, I've got my little bags. I finally put back. And there's not 2 bags on there. There is 2, but one of them's an old bag, and I just went ahead and left it on there. Put a new bag on. So we'll get this one in the hole. I put the Spoma Biotone starter fertilizer, 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Sprinkle it in the hole and in the soil. You don't want to, don't want to breathe that stuff. Blowing right back in my face. Somebody's trying to make me turn my back to the camera again, huh? Let's see. Oh, yeah, we need the hori knife on these a little bit. We'll cut them up a little bit. Well, it is sharp. Woo. Just laying it on there and it's cutting them. All right, put this in the hole. A little deep, I think. That's some grass. Get rid of that. Yep, just broke a leaf. All right, now I got it too tall, I think. Oh, yeah. We'll get it packed in here. Yeah, tore off a big leaf. And just broke another one. Golly, Tony. Slow down. All right. Here's that one. And we'll get this other one here. It's out in front of me, too far. Yep, blowing right back in the face. So, heard a story the other day, guys. Kind of funny little story. There's a city that they put, you know, the cameras on the traffic lights to deter people from speeding and running traffic lights and stuff. And there's this gentleman driving down the road and coming up to a traffic light, and he's aware that, because the municipalities have to tell you if they're doing that. They can't just put lights on somewhere or a camera somewhere and film you break it, speed limits and stuff. They have to let you know that there's a camera coming up. So this gentleman was approaching the light. He knew there's cameras there. He slowed down, make sure he didn't run the light and wasn't speeding. Slowed way down, and but the camera flashed anyway. And he was like, "Wait a minute, that can't be. The camera's not supposed to be flashing. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't breaking the law." So he went back through. And this time he made sure he went through slower, and paid more. Really slow. Oop, didn't put any biotone in there, did I? Man brain can't do more than one thing at a time. You know how we are, ladies. So he was going through real slow second time, and the camera flashed again. And he's like, well, now he's starting to get a little perturbed. So he decides to, he's getting a little angry. So he turns around, goes back through the light 3 times. This time, looking up at the camera and waving every time. All 3 times, camera flashed at him. So about a week later, in the mail, he gets 5 tickets for going through without a seatbelt on. Not real funny, but yeah, it's a little story while I'm doing this, huh? Oh, biotone starter fertilizer. Got another one for you. What trees love to give high fives? What tree loves to give you a high five? Palm trees. All right, we got 4 of them in the ground. One more to go. Get this one in here. Again, I just use like maybe a quarter to a half cup. I said this cup will hold 3 cups. There was 5 plants, and I still have probably a cup in there, so I used 2 cups for 5 plants. Hopefully, I can keep whatever it is eating in the garden right now. You can get them to leave me alone, leave the plants alone. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you had a chance to be in your garden today. If you didn't, maybe this will give you a little bit of a substitution for that. Maybe, huh? You get to see some. I mean, these are beautiful plants, but like I said, Heucheras, something just loves to eat them in my garden. So I've got to try diligently to keep them out of here. Very diligently. We'll get these put in here. Don't know that I need to put a tag on every one of them, but we'll do that for now. All right, guys, there you have it. Easy peasy. Those are in. Hopefully I can get them through the winter. Got one here that didn't get eaten on. So hopefully we can keep him that way, and the rest of these have got new growth in them already down there. So, you know, what are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Yeah, that black looks pretty good there, huh?